Welcome to Auction version 4. In this video, in the EventPay series, I will show you how to export your list of bidders from your auction project and import those bidder names into the EventPay app. Why would you want to import bidder names from your auction project into the EventPay app? This is a really terrific feature of the EventPay app because if you've been recording attendees' names and addresses in your auction project, you can export your bidders and their bid numbers from auction and bring it into EventPay. Then at check-in, when you type in the bid number in the EventPay app before swiping the credit card, if the bidder already exists in EventPay, their name and address will appear on the EventPay screen. This allows you to double check that your check-in team has given the guest the correct bid number. Catching a mistake like this at check-in and then getting the guest the correct bid number before they start bidding on items prevents a lot of problems later. This is why, if you're taking reservations in advance, don't forget to enter the guest's contact information in auction whenever possible. Many organizations have extended family that attend the event, so you may have multiple guests with the same last name. This double check really does help catch mistakes. If all your bidders are not yet entered in auction, or you have the type of event where you don't even assign bid numbers until they show up at the door, you will still be able to offer these guests quick checkout by capturing their credit cards as they arrive. We call these types of guests walk-ins, and I will show you how to capture their credit card information in a later presentation. When check-in is complete, you must enter all the walk-ins names into the auction project before you sync the credit card data from the EventPay app to your auction project. Getting the bidder names and bid numbers into the auction project is important for two reasons. Your data entry team cannot enter a winning bid for a bidder in auction if they do not yet exist in the list of bidders in the project. And when you sync the encrypted credit card data from EventPay into the auction project, the credit card info gets attached to the bid number in the auction project. If that bid number does not exist in the auction project, there will be no bid number to attach the credit card data to. This will result in error messages that you must take care of before attempting syncing the EventPay data to auction one more time. To export bidder names, start in your auction project and then on the main home task ribbon in auction, click Data Exchange. In the Data Exchange task, click Credit Card Sync. In the Credit Card Sync ribbon, choose Export Bidders, which is the very first choice to the right in the EventPay Quick Checkout section. A list of saved formats will show up below the ribbon on the left of the screen. Choose the one that has EventPay as the name. You will see a list of bidders on the right of the screen. Although auction allows you to give separate bid numbers to spouses if they are in the same name record, if you're using EventPay credit card processing, only give one bid number per household. Because when it's time to process the credit cards, all purchases for that household, no matter what bid number had the winning bid, will be charged to the credit card associated with the primary's bid number. Nothing will be charged to the spouse's bid number, even if that person registered a credit card for that secondary bid number. If spouses want to pay separately, give each spouse their own name record, where each is listed as the primary in that name record, so that they can pay for their purchases with their own credit card. So, if anything looks strange in this list of bidders, or if you happen to see a line with two bid numbers separated by a slash in this column, go back to Home on the task ribbon and go to Data Entry. Look at your list of bidders and make changes to your data entry if necessary. But if the list of bidders looks great, then click the Export Now button on the far right of the ribbon. A window screen will pop up that allows you to save the file to a specific location of your choice. If the computer that has your project on it is not the computer that has the EventPay app that you will be using for swiping credit cards at check-in, then be sure to connect a flash drive to the auction computer and save the list of bidders onto that flash drive. Notice the name of the file has already been given. The name is export underscore EventPay names underscore followed by the year, the month, the date, and then another underscore followed by the time in 24-hour time. Don't change the name of the file because if you happen to practice exporting names earlier, you will know which file is the most recent just by the date and time in the name of the file. Now let's talk briefly about the EventPay app. This is a special app for a Windows PC that we created. Its sole purpose is to securely store the encrypted credit card data captured by the swiping device. The EventPay app does not actually charge the credit cards. The EventPay app is free. The app does not need internet, nor does it require that the computers be connected to each other. If you have more than one swiping device, each device needs to be connected to its own Windows PC that has the EventPay app installed. The swiping device will be connected to the computer that has the app using the USB cable that is included in the box with the swiper. So the computer does need a working USB port. Do not try to connect the swiper to the computer by using the prong on the swiper and the headphone jack on your computer. It won't work. Now let's import this list of names into the EventPay app. Start EventPay and accept the terms. If you happen to see an update, please get the update first. The app will ask you if you have an updated list of bidders. If you have an updated list, click Yes. If you have a new list of bidders for the new year, click Yes. If you need to replace a test group of bidders you were using for practice, click Yes. If you've already brought in a list to this computer and that list is accurate, click No. The important thing to remember, if you have previously used the app on this computer to practice with old or fake names, when you bring in the new list of correct names, it will erase the old practice names and replace them with the new list of names. Once you have captured real credit card data for your current event, never bring in a new list of names. Even if you have new names entered into your auction project that were people that registered late. Treat those people who are not in the list of bidders in EventPay as walk-ins as far as EventPay is concerned if you've already swiped some real cards. In a later video, I will show you how to handle walk-ins in EventPay. When you click Yes in the last screen, you will see this Import Bidder Name screen. If you have used this same computer last year to capture credit cards, or if you've been practicing on this computer with a fake or incomplete list of names, to be on the safe side, before importing the file with your new correct list of bidder names, click the Clear Prior Bidder Numbers button. Pressing this button will erase the old list of names before importing the new ones. If your file with the bidder names from auction is on a flash drive, plug it into this EventPay computer. Then you can either use File Explorer to find the file, right-click on it, and copy, and then press Paste on this screen, or click the Browse button to look for the file. Once you have pasted or browsed to and selected the file, it will appear here on the screen, and the Import File Now button will be enabled. Click it, and you're ready to capture credit cards at check-in. If you have more than one swiping device, be sure to install the EventPay app on the other computers and import the same list of bidders into those apps. There is one more thing you need to do in each EventPay app before check-in begins and you start capturing credit cards for real. If you have any practice swipes, or if you happen to have used this same computer for capturing swipes the previous year, you must clear any previous swipes before actually swiping the cards for your guest for this year. This is so important because if you have any swipes saved in the registry of this computer, the credit card assigned to the bidder from last year or the practice will get assigned to the bidder in auction that has the same bid number if the new bidder using that same bid number does not capture a credit card for themselves on the way into the event this year. You don't want to find out after you process the credit cards that you charged the person's credit card that had that same bid number last year, or the person that used that bid number for a practice for items purchased by the real bidder who has that number this year. It never hurts to clear the swipes right before you start capturing real credit cards this year, just to be on the safe side. But once you have real credit cards for this year captured, do not clear the swipes again. Clearing the swipes actually wipes out any record of the encrypted credit card data. We suggest you do not clear a computer of swipes until all the credit cards are processed from the auction a day or two after your event, just in case you forget to grab the swipes from an EventPay app and give it to auction. So they'll still be there. Clear it after you're sure everything is batched and processed. In the next video in this EventPay series, I will show you how to use the swiping device to capture a credit card for a guest. Thank you for joining us.